welcome Andrew Wyndham, the director of product at One Valley, and the product lead for Haystack AI, to share a little bit more about the work that they've done to transform how early stage founders and small and medium businesses discover financial products and tools. Andrew, the floor is yours.
Thanks so much, Alec. Really excited to show you guys what we've been working on today. I'm going to show you guys today Haystack. This is One Valley's newest product, launched in beta about 3 months ago, but cooking for a good deal longer than that because it's working really based off of the work we've been doing with startups for a long time. So, as Alec mentioned at the start of this, One Valley has been in the business of supporting startup founders for quite a while. And we do that in a lot of ways, but one of the most popular things we've ever done is negotiate lower prices on tools that startup founders tend to use anyways, like Brex or Stripe, and provide them to our network of like 100K plus startups. So this one, shocking, very popular. People like to save money on things that they need to buy anyways. And about 12 months ago, we decided we'd dig a little bit deeper into what was happening when these startups were purchasing something through our what we call our perks program here. And what we found was people loved saving the money, of course, but it wasn't really solving. The money was actually one of the smaller pieces of the equation here, because as anyone here who's done it, and I imagine quite a few people here have done it, if you're a startup and you're purchasing enterprise software, the process sucks. You're coming in here, you know you need to buy something, probably in an area you're not personally an expert in. I don't know a lot of people who went in to start a company because they really know payroll software, unless it's a payroll startup. And you've got to choose something that is going to have ramifications for your company years down the line. I mean, the annual fee is usually the least of it. It's the switching costs down the road. You chose the wrong one in year one. Now year three, you've got to, bring together a ton of stakeholders and spend 3 months switching everything over. It's a huge pain. So we designed Haystack to address all of these pain points of low knowledge, but relatively high stakes for founders who have to purchase fintech HR products for their startup. So I'm going to show you right now what we've been working on. And I hope afterwards you'll head over to tryhaystack.ai, poke around, and let us know what you think. So we started this by bringing in about 50 of the products that we've heard from our startups are very popular to use. And many of these we've had long-standing relationships with, providing discounts to our users through. Things like credit cards, payments processors, HR, payroll, expense management, financial modeling, accounting, things that most startups are going to need to purchase in their first years. And we've pulled together a good amount of research on them to both power product reviews and, of course, our AI, which is your shopping assistant throughout this process. So I'm going to right now play the role of a startup founder who's come to Haystack and is looking to purchase, let's say, an HR platform. First major hires have come on, need to figure out a way to pay them, need to figure out a way to manage them. This, item 11 on my to-do list of 50 things this week, but let's get it done. So we've pulled together, somewhere around 6 or 8 of these top platforms for startups, choosing specifically ones that are useful for companies at this stage and size. Let's take a look at this one here, JustWorks. As you'll see, you first see what you expect to see in a product review, right? You see what the reviewer thinks about the product. You see pros, cons, breakdown of pricing, a thoughtful narrative review of who this is right for and who it's not right for. And we're proud of this content, but let's be honest, even this was Pulitzer Prize-winning journalism, you probably wouldn't be ready to purchase your HR platform after reading a single article. That's where the AI lets you go a little bit deeper to try to address some of the questions you probably still have. So if you want to, you can ask, of course, any question about JustWorks. You can ask about HR platforms generally. You can even go, and this is something that we found was really difficult to do with existing tools. You can ask about specific plans, because ultimately that's what you're going to buy, right? The plan, not the product. So with this little button here, I can save this plan into my research base right here. As I go through and I do my shopping, and let's hop over to competing product here. Let's see. Let's go to Gusto here. I can continue to accumulate plans here that are interesting for me to look at. So I can put together sort of a custom list with custom comparables that aren't just heading, major products together. Because if you look for, Gusto versus JustWorks, you could probably find an article about that. But you're not going to find an article that's comparing the entry level prices of, simple Gusto plan versus JustWorks Basic. But you can do that really simply with just a single click here. And it's going to generate a response for you that's, of course, original, but is referenced against the content we've produced for these pages. We worked really hard to make sure that this is quite a narrow but deep AI that is always going to be fact-checking itself against the research we've done here and the content we've provided here, but is also able to be quite flexible, answering questions within that general area. And, you can do things like, please put this in a table for me. And it'll put it in a format that's easier for you to share with your team. You can ask it a question like, we're 3 employees now, but we're going to be 20 in a year. Which of these is best for me? And it'll save that context. It'll give you a personalized recommendation on that. So what we've been doing with this is trying to get you as close as you can to the experience of having an expert on your team who can guide you through this process so that when you're ready to go here and say, let's go and let's choose this Gusto plan, we're going to provide you a discount if we have one available for you. You're going to get the best price. But more importantly, you're going to have thought through all of the different scenarios here. You're going to come in here feeling prepared and not feeling like you're going to make a mistake and have to redo this work 2 years from now. Anyhow, I hope you'll check out the website. Hope you'll let us know what you think. Launched 3 months ago, changing all the time, adding new products all the time. But it's been awesome to see the feedback so far, and hopefully we get a lot more. Thanks.